What is going on? I'm Zedmod. I have been so wrapped up with these crappy ice tanks that I have not uploaded any Warships content in a little bit, so that's what we're going to do right about now. Now, this tech tree, as you can see, is a little bit odd. I went back, and got Bullit, and as a result, I have no rocket launchers. I have no GBE node, no shock launchers. I've still got the Doom Cannon, which is strange. I know most people have moved on to the Sky Shield. I don't have heavy choppas, but as a result, I have Seekers. Now, Seekers are very, very polarizing. Either you love them or you hate them. I don't think there's anywhere in between. If you are one of those people who are in between, please do let me know, but we are going to get some Seeker hits in here. Don't really know what the heck I'm doing at this point. It takes a while and a lot of failures to get your Seekers rocking and rolling. I've already had one battle where I left 4 engine rooms up, and I've had one battle where I took down 6 engine rooms with 2 minutes 53 seconds left. And I've only done 2 battles. That's it. Those are the 2 battles I've done with Seekers. So I did a little bit of warm-up, and it's actually detrimental. I'm finding the last one I got a 5 engine room player, and I was like not ready for that slightly more compressed 5 engine room. I think it's actually better to get a 6 engine room player. Apparently no one's playing right now. I think I'm a little bit too low with 6 engine rooms. I think everyone with 6 engine rooms is higher than me, but I have just been farming chests. I have not done any major pushes, and I'm just kind of hanging out. This is my lower of my 2 accounts. My other account has like 160 keys and is sitting, or even more than that, sitting at tier 20. So we're just going to spin. This is not how the video was supposed to happen. I was trying to get into the battle quickly. I am recording this video on Tuesday, going to upload it and release it as scheduled Wednesday morning, nice and early. I've got meetings all day on Wednesday. So Kanya Kitty Cat giving us some sort of comment about a Thunderbolt. Time to turn on Do Not Disturb. This is not even close to fair, but maybe it's a good practice for Seekers. This is ridiculous. So we're going to send Bullit over into here just to clear all of those mines. We're going to use Taunt to do that as we kind of hang out for a second. And then we're going to drop, this is awful. I'm going to drop all of my Seekers over on this right-hand side. We're going to drop a shock there. This is not what I was hoping to do at all. Feeling kind of guilty about doing this, but at the same time, also sort of awesome because, we're talking about 6 versus 3 engine rooms. My goodness, Dios mio, just not even fair. I am sorry, whoever you are. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. That's why matchmaking. You saw how long I was in the pool for. I'm hoping that person was in the pool for that long as well. So, knock some Cyrillic based letters in there. They're just going to use Bullit. So I guess that's my punishment, is they're just going to come in and only use Bullit, and they're only going to farm probably 1 engine room and then retreat, and or they're going to just sit there and waste my time. So sorry, dudette, you guys are going to stream snipe me at this part for the worst, loosest interpretation of that term. I'm going to pause here. We'll come back, and hopefully this person retreats instead of just wasting 3 minutes of their time and my time. I guess they can just farm their chests, though. Opponent has finished their attack. I don't think they used up all their time. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, they only did 1:50, so at least there's that. They're just trying to farm chests. I can appreciate that. Moving right along. Come on, finding opponent. Man, I was going to pause, but we don't have to do that. We ended up getting a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 engine room base by the looks of things. Either that or I can't count. Maybe this is a 6 and they haven't pulled, though it is, you know what? It says 6 at the top. I'm an idiot. So my apologies just completely and utterly. This is going to be, yeesh. They don't have shock launchers, so I think I'm going to be okay, but we're going to drop right about in here. I'm going to get Bullit going. I'm just going to flare Bullit farther past just to see where the heck Bullit can get rocking and rolling to. And now I'm going to go something like this, getting critters, getting shocks, and hoping that I can keep some of my Seekers alive. I did not anticipate they would go there. And this is where those mistakes are being made. I am just absolutely and utterly surprised by where my Seekers are going. but it ended up working out fairly well. This person has all their machine guns on the front of their base, and as a result, we are just cruising through all of this stuff. So like a nice little surprise that wasn't meant to be whatsoever. Getting a little bit lucky here for certain. Bullit's going to help us out by getting all of this engine room rocking and rolling. And I've lost all my Seekers, and this is a terrible, terrible attack from a Seeker standpoint. Just showing that you can still make mistakes with these things, and you need to be careful as far as picking engine rooms based on how the crow flies, because that engine room was not. I just took down Superman, Clark Kent, coming in with heavy choppas. Now, heavy choppa rushes with rocket choppas, obviously an option because I don't have the sky shield back there, but as you can see here, it's going to be fairly slow, and if I can use my GBE to keep my Seekers alive, we're going to have some great success. So actually, they're using Shock Knuckles, which actually is a fairly good ability because it gets Bullit jumping out front, gets you some shocks, and obviously if you're using the regular shocks, these ones, they get a bit expensive, so Shock Knuckles works fairly well for that. I've got the GBE node there, and I don't have this GBE node, so getting this one would likely make my Seeker attacks slightly better, but I'm going to go for that defensive building damage next. I do think, unless you guys want to step in and say, nope, that's a bad idea, my thinking is going to building damage is going to get me closer to 7 engine rooms. And by the way, I misspoke in my video yesterday. I guess it was today, but it was yesterday when I said I had 7 engine rooms. I don't have 7 engine rooms. That is a mistake on my part. Completely apologies. Mistake in speaking at times. 6v6. What are we going to do here? I kind of like the whole bringing Bullit in with some rocket choppas. So I'm going to do something like that, I think. Otherwise, they're going to go 1, 2. Where are they going to go to? I'm going to bring in 2 boats of rocket choppas. I think this is probably stupid, and I am likely to regret it, but you know what? I'm okay with that. So we're going to go something like that, and then I'm going to go something like this. And then once that's done, we're going to continue that flare and bring those and bring that and drop a thing there. And in the meantime, we're just going to get something like this going, trying to get this happening. I don't know that this is the best strategy overall, but yeah, I just really didn't want my Seekers going into that right corner, but it looks like maybe, just maybe, they're going to head there anyways. So oh, there we go. Perfect. Now I just need to drop some critters there, drop a shock right about there. And as you can see here, this person has the perfect setup, dropping that shock launcher in underneath the, what is that thing called? Underneath the sky shield. So critical. It works incredibly well. And this is why I wanted to bring that rocket chopper, because I figured I could get that flare. That sky shield is not perfectly covering, and as a result, we end up getting a little bit of goodness out of it, but it's not enough because our rocket chopper just got sank. So if you have the sky shield, throw a shock launcher underneath it. It is so good and so fast at stopping heavy chopper rushes and Seeker rushes and all of the good stuff. So I definitely wasted some GBE. Probably should have just had my Seekers go over to that engine room instead of wasting it, but those are the kind of lessons I'm learning. If you're using a troop combo with your Seekers, do let me know, because I feel like I rushed things a lot there. Could have even just sent Bullit over there by himself and just kind of hung out for a minute or two, but we'll wait and find out. I think that the average time that people are getting here is not very... What are you doing? What about this engine room? You forgot to go... What is your plan here, my friend? This is kind of strange. Are they trying to lose? It almost feels like for a second here. Like, this does not make a heck of a load of sense. Like, this engine room was ready to go. Those critters are not going to get it down. Are you just trying to waste time there, Timbo? Very strange. Again, I feel like I'm just getting, like, stream sniped or something like that. So we're going to stop watching that. I will pause. We'll be back in just a second. Okay, we're back. As I was waiting, I went back through my tech tree. I've noticed, I've got 4.2 million upgrade tokens and 7 unlock tokens. So let me know how you're doing as far as tokens and this season feels a little bit unique in the fact that I've got that many tokens and there's literally nothing I can upgrade. I mean, sure, I could upgrade my flare or smoke, but neither of those is going to be super helpful for us. So we'll just keep going, waiting for opponents. Definitely a little bit slow at the moment. We get one more boss battle. That is a better placed Sky Shield right there. Let's see what we can do here. Now, you'll notice that Sky Shield is one square off of the back wall, and that is why we can't flare that engine room. So if you're going to place a Sky Shield, do consider doing it in that manner. I'm going to go something like this. We're going to drop Bullit over on this left-hand side, and then we're going to go like this. Don't really have a plan. Let's just drop Bullit. I'm going to use Bullit. I'm going to switch him up so he's going to use his, what is that thing called? That right there. And then we're going to drop Bullit on this left-hand side. And then we're going to drop all of these over here and all of this over here. So just trying to do a bit of a mixture attack one more time, which, as you saw last time, did not end up working super duper well. But I've got a better feeling about this. We've got some more cowbell, and that should get us further along. This person doesn't have shock launchers, which is part of the reason why I'm not super duper concerned about this, but we shall find out in about 5-6 seconds. We're going to go smoke, smoke. And as soon as we get somewhere close, we're going to pop out of that smoke, throw a shock in there, and they went underneath the Sky Shield one more time where I did not expect them to go where I thought they were going to go. And now we just need to get a whole bunch of critters over here. 3 minutes, 13 seconds. So coming up that right-hand wall made perfect goodness because they ended up going underneath the Sky Shield first. So the Sky Shield actually worked to our benefit, which rarely happens. Hoping that my computer is not about to blow up again. Let's have a spectate, see what Beppy is up to. Beppy Xa. 2 minutes 24. We've already got the win. They're just trying their best to take this down with critters. Not sure why people don't flare backwards. Maybe they're trying to keep their troops. Maybe they don't have instant training and they're just trying their best to keep their bombardiers alive. Or maybe they just don't want to flare and they're just trolling me at this point, which would make it 3 attacks doing the same sort of things. Nonetheless, we're going to keep moving forward. These Seekers are so good, and I know I am a low level. I'm sitting at 18, should definitely be higher at this point in the season, but it is what it is. It's Christmas, and I am slow and delayed and worked and all. I have so many excuses. It's ridiculous. We're going to try to make this video a little bit longer than normal, simply because this finding opponent scroller spinner just keeps spinning and driving me nuts because it's just not going. And the alternative is playing with cryo tanks, and ain't nobody got time for that. So that was, again, terrible impression. I'm sorry. It's that time of night. Which reminds me, I have a beverage. Let's go. We're going to send Bullit over here. I'm just going to leave Bullit over there. He can just go grind that one all by himself. Then I'm going to go 1, 2 over here, and then I'm going to drop the rest over here and just hope that somehow I can do some sort of magic, because I feel like I can get some sort of mixture. Oops, I didn't drop the rest of these. Oh no, I swear I did. That was awkward to say the least. So what I'm going to have to do is drop some things in there. And the other thing that is amazing about Seekers is the fact that they don't cost GBE to drop. Every time I see Seekers, I just assume they're going to cost GBE to drop, and then they don't, and then I get super duper happy. So these Seekers are actually going to come backwards by the looks of things, and that is likely to cause us some problems because we've got 2 of these darn shock launchers on us. Now I just need to get underneath and get that last one as Bullit is pounding away at that final engine room. 3 minutes and 2 seconds with a whole bunch of mistakes there. I meant to drop my Seekers on the left very early in that attack. You guys could hear me say, and we'll drop the rest over here, and then nothing happened. So dumb by me, but we're coming in with the victory. And that's the thing about Seekers is right about now, at the 6 engine room level, people either don't have shock launchers, they don't have shock mines, like they're missing something. As you can tell by my base, yes, I have shock mines, but I have no shock launchers or rocket launchers. So there's a the earlier you can get into Seekers, the easier it's going to be. None of my Seeker attacks so far have been super skilled. My Seekers have gone the wrong way, attacked the wrong engine room, and I don't have that extra GBE node to make it even easier. So all I can suggest right now is get into Seekers, and you're going to enjoy it. Or you're going to hate it, I suppose. That's that going back to our previous conversation. But I feel like the people who watch my channel, you guys are and gals are generally Zuka players or trying to be Zuka players or trying to progress and get better and all that sort of stuff. And Seekers are definitely a skill-based troop that is difficult to master. So probably fits right into you guys' wheelhouse. And if not, do let me know in the comments. But I'm going to carry on with them on this account. Haven't decided if I'm going to go into them on my other account, simply because I'm at a higher tier. So I'm just going to use this one as my guinea pig, and then I'll make some choices later on. We beat this person by over a minute and a half. Take that, Adept 73. Boom, shaka, lock. Actually, it was exactly a minute and a half. So my math was not accurate to start with, but we managed to clean it up. So let's see what we can do on this one. I like the Bullit approach, sending Bullit in to do something. Haven't really decided on what his job is going to be. On this one, we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to send him in, and he's going to go get that shock launcher. That is your only job, Bullit, is to go get that shock launcher, and his taunt is going to do us some fantastic, fantastic things, because what it's going to do is it's going to allow us to bring all of our Seekers in without having to worry about shocking the shock launcher. And not having to shock the shock launcher is going to be fantastic for us. It's going to save us a bunch of GBE and save us some shocks for later on in this attack, because I know for a fact, and look at that, Bullit managed to take out that shock launcher all by his lonesome. Now I'm going to send him in and get him to go and get rid of that Doom Cannon, and even if he doesn't get rid of it, he's going to get close enough that he's going to be able to taunt that shock launcher, and that should finish off this attack for us, because nothing can get us as long as Bullit is taunting all of that good stuff. Look at Bullit just kind of hanging out. He managed to take out the first shock launcher. Now he's taking out the Doom Cannon and the shock launcher, and one more time we're above the 3-minute mark. So again, nothing extraordinary here. Like, I'm not going to toot my own horn and say I'm the best Seeker player this side of Texas or something like that. I kind of got that accent in there. But Seekers, give them a shot. I think you'll enjoy them, and that's enough about that. One other thing, for those of you who didn't play along to the end of my last video, I broke my bike to the point where I shattered my frame, and the frame actually is like dead. So please do consider throwing Zedmot into your creator code, because that is all I want for Christmas. It's going to be about a month without a bike for me, which means running, and I absolutely hate running more than anything. So the faster I can get my bike fixed and new parts and frame and stuff like that, the better. So please consider throwing my name into your, even if you don't normally support me, just consider it like a Christmas present or something like that. I may be giving out Christmas presents to some of my subscribers. Do consider subscribing on YouTube as well. Gonna try to do something a little bit different this year on Christmas. Just pick some people's names out of the subscriber hat somewhere along that. Haven't really figured out the details yet, but definitely want to do some giving back again, because I love you guys, and that's about the end of that conversation. Okay, we're going to do like one or two more. Haven't really decided what our final number is going to be or what our final goal is. This person has shock mines, but not shock launchers. So different strategy one more time. I feel like they don't have rocket launchers either. So this looks like it should be easy if we can get our Seekers going where we want them to go. So where that's going to be, I am not sure. I think I'm going to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like maybe 5, depending on which direction they go. So I'm going to send Bullit over to get this engine room, because I think that's the best way to go with that. Then we're going to drop all of these over here. I'm going to clear this shock mine because I don't like shock mines, and especially not shock mines that are sitting right next to a hot pot. Hot pots and seekers, bad combo. So really hoping to get that shock out there. And now my thinking is seekers are probably maybe going to go over to that other engine room. Not entirely sure how that's going to work out. So let's just throw a shock there, see where they're off. Okay, they're going there. That's kind of what I maybe sort of expected, but not totally. Don't also know what Bullit's up to at the moment, so we're just going to send those seekers back there, see if we can't keep them alive and get that if that other engine room doesn't go down, we are going to be in a world of pain right about now. So need desperately that engine room to go down. That one's going to go down. So we're going to be above 3 minutes by the looks of things, but not by a heck of a lot, simply because we did screw up a little bit, but not... Look at this. We screwed up a lot bit after all. So definitely need to get Bullit over there as soon as we possibly can. I am going to throw... See, right about now, I have to make the choice between using a smoke and using a taunt, and I am going to use a taunt simply because that Simo is going to see Bullit regardless of if he's taunted or not, and now we just need to get that last engine room down. Huge mistake on my part. We managed to get it in 2 minutes 30, which is still fairly quick, but not quick enough, all because I made a bunch of dumb maneuvers. So, Squiggles, Mickey... I gotta come up with I feel like Squiggles McGee has... Oh, we actually won. I don't know what I was doing. I guess I was talking, and so that worked out well. Win streak is now at 4. Let's keep... I kind of want to push to 19. We'll see how realistic that is, simply because I promised a bit of a longer video. We're doing this at night. No, look at that. They got 2 shock launchers underneath there. So what I can do is I'm going to use Bullit, and I'm going to use Bullit, and I'm going to use Bullit. So Bullit is going to go get that shock launcher. He's going to just incapacitate both of those. And then I'm going to go... Can I flare that shock launcher? Yes, I can. So we're going to go like this. I'm going to flare that shock launcher right there. And then I'm going to go like this. 1, 2, and then all the rest over here. And we're going to throw a smoke about here. And then 1 and 2, and then I'm going to renew that flare right there, and that should get Bullit into exactly where I want them to go. I probably should have done some shocking over here. My troops, my seekers are getting absolutely wrecked, but more importantly, look what's happening to all of the shock launchers in there, just kind of hanging out, taking out all of the defenses using Bullit and that well-placed flare, just cruising along. Bullit and Taunt just doing so much goodness here. Look at this. These Seekers are just cruising along. The problem is I did it again. I absolutely screwed up with where I was putting all of my troops. And as a result, I'm going to have to come all the way back around, getting these Seekers into here, and my time is not going to be ideal, screwing up a bunch, but still, with Seekers, you're going to be faster than the other person. It's guaranteed. You just have to keep them alive as best as you possibly can. And the fact that we managed to taunt all of those flamethrowers, both of those shock launchers, and just cruise through this base made Squiggles McDiggles retreat. Look at that, Squiggles McDiggles. Let me know, it's got some potential maybe. Needs a little bit of a tweak, but cruising along through the 18th tier. That person is barraging their own troops. I love it. Oh, that is a crisp drink. 2 wins, 14 stars from that win streak. We are cruising along. I'm going to try to get to 19 just because it's right there. It's a free chest. And we're going to have to keep winning in order to get there. Top 500, 0 seasons. I don't know if that's broken. I need to figure that out because that just seems like clearly they have the trophy. So they were there at least 1 season. They don't have shock launchers though. So where do I want to send Bullit? I think I'm going to send Bullit right into the middle of this mess. And I think I'm going to send him right into there just to go get that, what is that thing called? A damage amplifier. And just maybe that's a good kind of idea. Just letting him clear some mines, letting him also go get all sorts of stuff taunted. And then we're just going to see, maybe, just maybe, I'm going to throw a critter pack on that Doom Cannon so we don't lose all sorts of troops. here's the problem. Look at this. Our troops are going to split. Our Seekers are splitting, which is never, ever, ever a good idea. So the fact that our Seekers, some of them went to the left, some of them went to the right, and now we're just kind of in this no man's land where our Seekers are going all over the place. Need to get that back engine room, and there's a flamethrower and a shock mine and all sorts of gross, gross stuff happening. So let's throw a shock in there. We're losing a whole lot of troops very, very quickly, but I think we're going to get it down. 3 minutes, 2 seconds. I think we might be up against our first Seeker player. I have not seen any yet, but the fact that their time went so quickly, and I don't think I was chatting a heck of a lot in between. Squiggles, long name. What are you? There we go. Seekers. Look at that. They are using Seekers, but it looks like maybe with heavy choppers. Maybe they got some heavies in there anyways. Let's have a quick look, see what they did, see how we managed to crush their hopes and dreams and cruise right past them. Look at that win streak. Winning. Seekers coming in hot, coming in heavy. Let's see what the heck is coming in heavy. Heavy choppas, you know. Let's see. So they're using 3 boats heavy choppas with Bullit. I think that is totally unnecessary. I don't have shock launchers, so I think they're just trying to clear the mines maybe, but doesn't seem like it's super useful. And the fact they dropped all of them at the same place and they had this ugly split. Look at that split that they had. My split was bad. Theirs was not as bad, I don't think. So kudos to them. Okay, this will hopefully get us the 19th, and then we'll call it a day, and all sorts of win streaks, all sorts of goodness. Seekers, let me know in the comments. If you like them, throw a thumbs up. If you hate them, throw a thumbs down. And if you really, really think they're stupid and should be taken out of the game, throw a middle finger emoji at me. I can take it. Just bring it on. We'll figure it out later. But for right now, we're going to get Bullit. I'm going to try not to rush this. Uh-oh, that is not what I was supposed to be dropping. I was supposed to be dropping Bullit, and as a result, I am already screwing this up. So not awesome at all. Yuck. So we're going to get Bullit in here. I'm going to send Bullit back. He's going to try his best to get that last shock launcher, that one right there. And then I'm going to shock this one back here, hoping just to get Bullit doing some things. Now, the problem here is that I have those right-hand side Seekers are all dead, so I'm already screwed up. Every time I have a boss battle, I start to change things, and as a result, things go sideways. We have taken a turn for the far, far worse at this point. I'm going to send Bullit over here, see if perhaps he can get that other engine room down, because without him, we are in a world of pain. Bullit going to get that other right side engine room. Look at this. I'm just screwed up beyond belief, and this is where Seekers... I've so far managed to avoid their double-edged sword, but we're just going to retreat because this is a mess, like an absolute and utter mess. Rocket Squad is going to cruise to an easy victory using their slow troop combo. And actually, their time is probably going to be reasonable, I'm thinking. They're using all sorts of critters back there. I probably should move maybe a flamethrower closer to that, but they've used a ton of GBE. So at this point... maybe they're going to get like 234, maybe? Let's see what kind of timeline we're looking at. I'm thinking those critters are not going to be enough to get it down, but at the same time, there it comes. There's the answer. They've got Barrage. Okay, so holy 234. Who is the best time guesser you know? So suddenly, we'd lost our win streak. Not quite sure if we're going to go into 19 in this video or not. We're already at 28 minutes. 28. I think I'm trying to mix languages there. So we are at 28 minutes of Seeker craziness. Finding opponents, again, back to taking a while. So I'm going to have a quick sip of my beverage. 18. No shock launchers. Perfect. What do you have for me? Now it's just a matter of figuring out what I want to have happen. So I'm going to send Bullit right there. Boom, Bullit. That is Bullit. That is not a Seeker. Thank you, Seekers. I'm going to go something like this. We're going to try to get this in here and this in here, and then a shock there. And are they? Yep, they did go the right way. Perfect. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Now I just need to keep clearing all of the mines, and my Seekers are going to do my bidding here. I think they're going to go exactly where I was hoping they would end up. So far, so good. all is done except for that shock mine, but so far so good on that. I don't think my Seekers are actually going to hit it. Here's the problem though. They're going to come over and see Bullit, and I really, really don't want that to happen. Look at that. They're actually back there, and I was not paying enough attention, so they're about to lose all. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Bullit is going to try his darndest to get some sort of coverage for my Seekers. I don't know if that critter pack was absolutely magical, and at this point I think we're guaranteed the victory simply because I managed to flare Bullit past by accident. I don't even know what the heck I flared, but little bit of luck there, using critters to clear all of the shock mines. And this was a bonus. Like, I was not paying. Whoa, that was seizure inducing. That was a bonus for certain. That's kind of a cool name, actually. Look at that name. I don't know if that actually means something in Chinese or Mandarin or whatever the heck it is, or if they're just trying to put some cool looking symbols out there. But we are crushing their hopes and dreams, and they are throwing barrages and just watching their GBE crumble. Had to push the microphone mute button there for a second, but we are back. And I mean, it seems like the thing for me is that Seekers are exciting, and you have to plan for them, and you're doing two things at once. A, you're getting your Seekers where you want them to go, and B, you're throwing a flare to control troops to go to somewhere else all at the same time. So that is why I really, really like Seekers. They take all sorts of attention and skill and thinking, and sometimes you get a little bit lucky as well, obviously. This person just force quit, as you can tell by the fact that my satellite dish is going. There we go. But I mean, I really like Seekers, and so I'm curious to hear what you guys think. If you'll be rushing to get Seekers, if you've been using Seekers for days, or if you are somewhere south of that, north of that, some direction of that. Finding opponents taking forever. I probably should be doing a live stream at this point. I think I owe you guys a live stream. I don't think I've done one in like 6 months, but we shall see how that goes. Can't make any promises, but I will do my best to try and get some form of a live stream in at some point. We're going to go smoke, 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 and then Bullit. Uh-oh, I missed my first smoke button. Guessing that I pushed the button on the spot that you can't actually drop a smoke in. So bit of a mistake on my part. Now I just need to get a taunt going, and hopefully Bullit will just kind of like stand there and distract things. I do not have a plan for that far right engine room, and that is going to be a massive problem. It's also going to cause me nothing but issues. So we'll see how this goes. I do not think we have any chance of winning at this point, simply because I think Bullit's already dead. Yes, he is. And I've got my Seekers going where I don't want them to necessarily go. And that right-hand side engine room is just going to cause me nothing but problems. So the best I can do here is just hope to get that final engine room down using all of my Seekers, and I should have saved some GBE for shocks. So 2 out of 10 or so attacks going definitely sideways. I'm not going to retreat quite yet. As soon as they get into 2 engine rooms, I will retreat. But so far, I still have a chance. They are sitting there going, oh crap, this person has taken more of my engine rooms. There we go. Let's retreat right now. So they are going to pull out the victory. Bram's land, both. Now, I kind of like the fact that I've screwed up massively against people with names that I can read. I don't mind so much giving stars to people whose names I can read. I'm not sure if that's fair or not, but for me, that just means that I'm going to likely see them on a leaderboard somewhere. Maybe Bram's land is on the Canadian leaderboard or the US leaderboard or the whatever, some form. The fact that I can actually read their name and not say Squiggles McGee, just now Bram's land, going for it. I mean, you have no reason to flare that engine room. That is a slightly risky maneuver, and you're only going to save a couple seconds, and I've already retreated. So you saved me a couple seconds. That's like reverse stream sniping. So Bram's land, I appreciate you going for it with gusto. Well done. I mean, what was their time? Like 2 minutes something? Just need to get my Seekers better. We're going to do 3 more attacks at the absolute most. That's going to get us to 19, I think, if I don't fail again. But I think the chances of that are fairly slim because we started out pretty good. This person only has 5 engine rooms, which means that all of a sudden my brain has to switch. This is a whole new experience for me. I haven't faced a 5-engine room base in quite a while. We're going to go smoke, 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 and then I'm going to just wait for a second, wait for that taunt to get somewhere nearby, and we're going to go 1, 2, I think 2 should do it, and then we're going to go something like this. So that should get us somewhere in the neighborhood. Shocking that last shock launcher. Oh, are you kidding me? I did not expect anyone to go to that right-hand side engine room at all, and suddenly they all did. And I don't have enough. Oh, there we go. Perfect timing. Did not have enough GBE for the shock on that hot pot, so got a little bit concerned the second that happened. But now I think we should be okay. Just need to throw some critters back there, getting the heck away from that hot pot as fast as we possibly can. There are too many things going on at once here, but I think we've got a shot here. Not actually, you know what? We do have enough GBE for a shock, but look at this. Fizzling. So 5 engine rooms is actually harder than 4 engine rooms, I want to say, simply because there's not that extra open space. Their defenses are more compressed. So 5 engine rooms, I mean, you don't have to spread things out, and I actually just lost to a 5-engine room player, so kudos to you, whoever the heck you are. Let's see here, Master. Again, another name I can read, so congrats to Master, coming in with the victory. Why it shows stars at the top there, that looks like a bit of a bug there, but, I mean, their time was fairly quick for a 5-engine room versus 6, but it was still Heavy Choppa versus and Bombardier, which I am not finding exciting at all. So for me, the Seeker option is just opening up all sorts of goodness, and I've droned on and on about that, but Seekers are like the anti-cryo tanks. They're all excitement, all flash, all dash, guts, all guts, no glory, or all guts, some glory, or somewhere in the middle there. So I'm just trying to mix my cliches as much as I can because I am not the smartest tool in the shed, not the smartest book in the shed. Somewhere in the middle. We'll burn that bridge when we come to it. You know what I'm trying to say. Finding opponent. We got 2 more attacks left, and we're going to again get a... Now, this is actually not bad. I don't mind it the second time, simply because it means that we can make up for our previous mistakes. So we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to try to mix in some rocket choppas because I had a lot of fun with rocket choppas against 5 engine rooms as well. But if this will work or not, I don't have any idea. Uh-oh. That's not what I was trying to do. Whew, you can tell I'm starting to get tired, folks. This is why I typically record my videos in the middle of the day as opposed to at night, because I am just starting to fade here quickly. Let me know if you like the timing of this video. I, for one, am not typically a big fan of videos this time of day because it means that it's scheduled as opposed to recorded that day and put up like after the fact, if that makes any sense. So, but nonetheless, do let me know what you think about the timing of these videos because I like to mix things up, trying not to do the same things. Oh no, come on. Need to get that last engine room down. Was hoping to get that down using Seekers, but it looks like we're going to have to use Critters maybe. Oh, this is not going well, folks. As you can see here, we are starting to get into a problem area. Thankfully, we are past the area where the shock launchers don't concern us because we're using rocket choppas, but need to keep some things shocked. We've got all sorts of buildings hitting us, and we don't have any way of stopping them from doing that. So Bullit is dead. 2 5-engine room players have managed to take us down. I should have just skipped on the Seekers and just gone all rocket choppas, and that strategy would have likely worked quite well against this base. But once you get locked into one strategy, it's so hard to change it up. And as a result, so many wins using rocket choppas and then a whole bunch of slow losses against player. Like, I mean, by all I'm going to say this. This attack strategy is not exciting to me. That being said, I have used it a ton this season. So this season, I feel like the Heavy Choppa Bombardier attack is like the least exciting attack strategy there is. But that being said, I used it a ton. So I'm not saying this person's doing something wrong. I'm just saying I don't get a lot of enjoyment out of it. So let me know, again, what you think about the heavy chopper bombardier strategy. If you've been using it, if you find it to be fun or exciting, or how you, like, I mean, clearly you can flare that last engine room. That adds a bit of excitement to it. This is going to be my last attack of the video, as long as we win. I have to win the last attack. I don't know if you guys feel that way. Like back when I played basketball, you had to hit your last free throw. Playing soccer, you got to let your last shot has to go in. Probably the same with hockey and stuff too. But I don't play those things. We're going to send Bullit. Where are we going to send Bullit? Do we want to send Bullit with our troops? I don't think we want to do that or need to do that. I'm going to send Bullit over here. Bullit is going to go get that machine gun. Oh no, I didn't update my troops. Told you I was starting to get tired. We're going to go something like this, and now this is just going to be a bloodbath. This was not the troop combo I was hoping to use for this. I was hoping to use all Seekers because there's no advantage right now to having rocket choppers in this attack. Hopefully these Seekers can do some good stuff for us, because right now this is not what I was hoping to do at all, like not even close. So need our Seekers to help us get something good going on, because right now these rocket choppers are not awesome. But I want to show you something here that I have been having a little bit of fun with. You can flare right there, get all of your troops into that back corner, which means that your rocket choppers can get rid of all of the stuff and kind of hang out there. You don't have to be able to flare the engine rooms, obviously, so maybe some good came of this. Maybe, just maybe, let's flare that last engine room. And we only 256 with rocket choppers and Seekers. I have had a little bit of success. I've only done like 3 attacks with these. But Leisure Suit Larry, someone please tell me you remember that game. That was the game I was super young for and had to guess all of the questions for. I had like these like prove you're an adult questions, and we just basically memorized them all because I didn't know any of the answers. But Larry's coming in using their critters to clear mines, and they're just going to have to watch their troops cruise through this stuff. So I'm trying not to speak ill of the dead here. Larry's going for it. I love this. Also using Brick instead of Kavan, instead of Bullit, so I take it back. Larry, you are my hero. This is brilliant. I like this a lot. Making the most of the Bombardier Heavy Chopper meta. Like, this is just brilliant. I love this. Larry, thank you for doing this. I realized you're going to lose to me on this attack, but the fact that you just flared all of the engine rooms and battle orders the crap out of it, well done. I take my cap off to you, sir. Well done. Anyways, that is a long video. Hopefully you guys and gals and everyone in between and around, and I don't want to start making gender problems here, enjoyed the video. Hit me up in the comments and let me know. There's all sorts of asks throughout this, but most of all, hopefully you guys are doing well. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. Peace!